Hey everyone, it's Styx. Welcome back to my channel, and this week I'm trying something new. So recently I happened upon a video by Amanda Rach Lee about bullet journaling, and this is something I'd kind of heard of before but never really knew what it was. And my daughter is actually the one who talked about it first to me, and I didn't really understand it at the time. And watching a few of these videos, I completely fell in love with the idea. So I decided I wanted to start one of my own and see what I thought. So I went to the craft store and I picked up a journal. It's a Leuchtturm 1917. I'm probably saying that wrong, but it's a common one for people who do bullet journaling, and I like it so far. It does tend to ghost and bleed a little bit more than I prefer. The paper's kind of thin. I don't know if that's standard or maybe it's the pens I bought. As you can see here, I'm doing pen tests first to see how the pens look on the back side and also what colors I have, because I went out and bought a few of those also. Yeah, so this week's video is going to be a little bit different than my normal speed paints, and I hope you like it. One of my goals for the year was to kind of get better at traditional art, and this is something I feel like I can practice that as well as calligraphy and just also keep track of what's going on in my life, so it kind of is a catch-all for all the kind of things that I wanted to try and do better. So if it works out, I might be adding more of these videos to my channel because it's art related and it's also really fun. So far I'm enjoying it a lot. In order to prepare myself to start my bullet journal, I watched a lot of other people's videos on setting up their bullet journals for the year, and obviously it's July, so I'm starting a little bit late, but that's okay. I just added the rest of the year and then also the first 6 months of next year, and I'm just starting halfway through. That's fine. For the title page, I wanted to do some kind of quote or word art, and so I came up with this quote by Henry David Thoreau, "Go confidently in the direction of your dreams." And it's a quote I'm really trying to take to heart, because if I don't reach out and try and grab what I want, it'll never come to me. So that's something I've been working on in my own life, and I thought it fit really well. Next, it was time to set up my yearly future log. I started off with July, like I said, because I'm starting halfway through the year, but I did set it up for a whole year. I don't know if I'll get through a whole year in one book or not, because I've never done this before, but I guess we'll see. I decided to go with a vertical layout for my future log and a section at the bottom for birthdays, so that the top can be all for any events that might be upcoming. I wanted to try to utilize my Uniball white gel pen, so I filled in where the days of the week go, and I tried using my white pen over it to fill those in, and it worked. It's not as opaque as I was hoping it would be. I might need to explore other options for that, but I still kind of like how it looks. The next spread I'm working on here is one for my ideas and milestones for social media. I have this YouTube channel, and then I recently started an Instagram, so I just kind of wanted one place where I could keep track of any big milestones that I might hit on those. And then next to that, I have a page for ideas for videos or posts, and it's just kind of an empty page where I can throw down anything that comes to mind. As you can probably see, I sketched out every page first just to make sure that I knew what I wanted and knew what I was doing, because I'm not too familiar with this yet and I didn't want to mess it up too much, though as you can tell I still made some mistakes that I tried to cover up in various ways, and it worked to some degree. After finishing all the pages I wanted for the general yearly part of my journal, I moved on to the July spread, and I started with a title page, and my theme for the month was going to be popsicles because I thought that was such a fun summer theme and would be really cute to implement for my different pages. All in all, I'm not exactly happy or satisfied with how it turned out, but it was a good learning experience, and I'm hoping future months can be closer to what I envision in my head. I had originally planned to make this title page a bit more colorful, but I was worried about that ghosting and bleeding through issue that I had been having a little bit. So I just ended up coloring around the outer edge, and I think it looks okay. Next up was my monthly overview, and I separated it into two parts, one for personal and one for my art, things that I owe, so I can quickly write down the date that they're owed and see it all in a glance. And on the next page, I started my trackers. So I have several monthly trackers here, starting with a habit tracker, and there were 4 habits I wanted to track. So I thought it'd be cute to do them in little pixel designs, and I made them look like popsicles, of course. Beneath the habit tracker went the sleep tracker, and this was one of the ones I really wanted to put in because I have a bad habit of not getting enough sleep ever. So I really wanted to track and see exactly how much I'm getting and what my sleep pattern is like, so I can start trying to sort that out for myself. I thought the pages looked a little plain, so I put some little popsicle doodles in the corners, and I kind of wish I hadn't because I don't really like how they turned out, but live and learn. By the way, that's my cat Fix-It Felix there, laying right next to me and being very helpful. A mood tracker was another thing I really wanted to try out, just to see how many anxious days I have versus happy days versus sad days, because I tend to be a very anxious person, and I wanted to see how much that affects me in a visual way. So I came up with the idea of this one giant popsicle with a line for every day, and I assigned each mood with a color, and then I'll go in and fill in on the line with that color for the day and see how rainbow my popsicle is at the end. After that, I worked on a health tracker, which is just tracking some symptoms that I commonly feel and then tracking my weight fluctuations. Rather than tracking a number, I want to see how my weight fluctuates up and down in relation to various activities that I do. I don't personally think I will need weekly trackers, so I'm leaving it at this monthly, and now I'm going to go through the whole setup so that you can see everything all at once. I hope you guys liked this video. Like I said, it's something different for me and different for my channel, but I'm excited to keep doing it and do more of these in the future. So if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and let me know. Thanks guys, I'll see you next week.